Earlier this school year in Kentucky, in some school districts in Kentucky, the people at Gideon's International, you know them as the people who put the Bibles in your hotel rooms, they decided that they were going to give away Bibles to schools across the state. And basically how this would work is at the end of the school day or something, they would have a table of Bibles just waiting around for any student to pick up. And the school boards actually approved of this. They said, yeah, that's totally fine. And there's two things that could happen here. One is you could try to challenge them to stop this completely, which I think atheist groups are having a tough time doing. Or you could say, fine, if you're going to allow Bibles to be distributed, then we ought to allow atheist books to be distributed. And it turns out that at the end of this school year, in the first week of June, there is a school district in Boone County, Kentucky, that's actually going to be giving away a copy of a book that I wrote. It's called The Young Atheist Survival Guide. Cheap plug. But this book is basically about how all of us can help young atheists. It's not anti-Christian. It doesn't even talk about Christians that much. It says this is what young atheists have gone through, and they need our support in a lot of different ways. So it turns out, guess who's really upset and angry and offended by this? Ken Ham of the Creation Museum. He's really mad, and he knows that my book is an anti-Christian. He's mad because it makes atheists out to be friendly. That's one of his problems with this. And there's been arguments that, this is hypocritical. If atheists are against the Bible distribution, why are they supporting an atheist book giveaway? And again, the reason is because, hey, we would love for it to stop. If the state said we're not going to allow any religious book distributions or atheist book distributions, totally fine. But if they're going to allow that for one religious group, they got to allow it for a non-religious group as well. That's the reason, plain and simple. Another problem that Ken Ham has is that he says, okay, maybe the book isn't really anti-Christian. But my website, and maybe these videos, those are anti-Christian. And he's very upset that my website criticizes him a lot. And he says, these are ad hominem attacks. They're unfair attacks against me. Which is kind of silly because I don't need to resort to those type of attacks to go after Ken Ham. If I really want to make Ken Ham look bad, look ignorant, look stupid, all I have to do is just quote exactly what he's saying and just repeat it and broadcast it to a wider audience. His own words make him look bad. It's the exact same thing as the Creation Museum itself. I don't need to write a review trashing what happens in the Creation Museum. All I need to do to make the Creation Museum look bad is take pictures of the exhibits and show them to you, and you will see what a ridiculous place this is. Ken Ham really wants to stop this atheist book giveaway, but there are two ways he could go about this. There are two thoughts that come to his mind. One is that if he tries to say, let's stop the atheist book distribution, he knows that's illegal. He knows that it's not going to be allowed, that Christian books are okay to give away, but any other religious group's books or a non-religious group's books, they can't be given away. He knows he can't do that. And the second thing is, he wants the Bibles to be given away. He doesn't want to stop the whole giveaway altogether because that means kids aren't going to get their hands on the Bible. And, if they don't get their hands on the Gideon's Bible, where else are they going to read the Bible? It's not like the internet exists or anything. The one thing I really take issue with, though, is that when Ken Ham was trashing my book, trashing this giveaway, one of the things he remarked is that he's against this idea of atheists giving books to students because our message is one of negativity. That, the atheist message is one of hopelessness and purposelessness. And I take a lot of issue with that because I don't see that at all. I think the atheist outlook is actually a beautifully optimistic one. It's an amazing thing to cast aside your faith because you found beauty in reality. It's powerful to know that we are the product of billions of years of evolution, and we overcame mind-boggling odds to get to the point we're at today. It's motivating to me that because this is the one life we have and that there is no afterlife, that we have to make the most of the years that we're alive, and we have this ability to do amazing things. And it's inspiring to me that I get to create my own purpose in life. There's nothing negative about the atheist message. If you have a problem with atheism, you have a problem with reality. My name is Hemant Mehta, and I write at friendlyatheist.com. Please leave a comment below, and we will check them out.